Hey everybody, this is IndieGeek, and today I'm taking a look at OMG Zombies. So this was a game that originally came out on the PlayStation Portable in 2011, and I believe it has also been released on PlayStation Mobile. But it is coming out on Steam on, I believe, Thursday the 13th. So this is my Let's Look At video. So I'm going to kind of jump in. I've played about half an hour, so this is a little different from how I would normally do a Let's Look At, but I wanted to get a little bit into it. And so the first thing you can notice is that there are a ton of levels, right, which is awesome. And you may be wondering, if you have not played this game before, how can there be so many levels in a zombie game? Well, let me tell you. It's because this is not your average zombie game. So let me just jump in here to the very first level. So, right, I've got this set up, like you can turn all this off and then it'll only show the health bar the one you're looking at, but I like seeing all the health bars. And so what happens is you shoot a zombie and like these guys are just plain zombies, so they just explode. And what happens is they explode, and the ones near them also explode, and you just want to create chain reactions. So, this is not like your normal, oh, I need to collect ammo, yada yada, I need to do this so I can survive the zombie apocalypse. This is a zombie puzzle game, which I think is very, very cool. It's a neat way to take the zombie game, because, you know, over the last couple years there have been so many zombie games released. So, I got 90% there, not bad, but let me just jump in here real quick and give you a preview of a different level. Oh, right. So this actually shows you what each kind of zombie is, right? If you put the view like this. So now I can see. So like green guys are bloaters, red guys are soldiers. So if I shoot this red guy, he'll shoot out a couple bullets. And you just start getting these wild chain reactions of what all of them do. There are runners, there are bloaters, which make big explosions, right? And so, just like that, I was able to get almost everyone, which is pretty awesome. So, if I time this out right, I may actually be able to get 100% on this one. Come on. Oh, I don't know if I'll get a... I'll get close. I got like 99%. But, so that's how that works, right? And then, so then we've got money, okay? Which I will use the mouse here for just a second to show you. We've got our money up here, and basically we can upgrade things, right? So like, these are just the plain civilian zombies, so I've been upgrading them a lot because they're the most common. But we can also do things like upgrade our rifle, which I've also been doing because then you can have more shots. And then obviously once you get that, you want to go back and replay the levels to see if you can do better. So you can see now that I've got 5 shots instead of 4 like I had just a second ago. So you find some levels that you can do well on, you do well on them, you get a bunch of money, and you go and spend that money to do better on the older levels so you can get more money, and that's basically kind of the way this game works. And I like it. So, that was actually the first time I've gotten 100%. So, I don't know if that gave me... Yeah, it looks like it gave me some money. So, yeah, and it looks like I got, like, a platinum reward as well. But then, so, like, if I had only gotten like 50%, I think 50% is the cutoff, right? At 50% you unlock one level. I think 75 gets you a second, and then like 90 or above gets you the third. So the level down here is going to be the hardest, and these are all going to be somewhat similar. So if I go here, right, so this one is like really a puzzle because it gives me some weird zombies that don't necessarily react super well together. So one of these is like a zapper, and you can see them kind of zapping stuff, and the other just leaves like this pile of like acidic ooze that can affect the other zombies. But because these are the only 2 things I have to work with, it's kind of a weird situation. So maybe I'll do that one. But you know what I'm liking most about this is that it's just so different, I guess, from any other thing I've played, really. Because, typically, like, if you've played one zombie game, you've played them all. But that is not true at all with this one. I'm finding that it is fairly different from a lot of what else I've played. So I'm not going to get 100% on this, but that's fine. I did do quite a lot better than I had done before. So let's see. Yeah, so that unlocked a couple more levels, as you can see. So let's jump into some levels that I haven't seen. Okay. Well, here we've got a lot of cops, which just shoot a bullet straight forward, which that didn't do too well for me. And then what do these guys do? Oh, interesting. So this is another, like, just weird combination. And that's kind of what makes the game. It's not like you're doing 100 levels or whatever. I would assume there's probably about 100 levels. It's not like you're doing 100 levels all with... Oh, I didn't even notice that. So, of course, as you can expect, you will want to shoot the explosive barrels. So I may give this one another shot so that I can do that better. So what you're hoping with those mortar guys is that they land and can get a couple more guys as well. Like that. And just kind of keep your chain reactions going. So you can see I actually did pretty well on that last shot. I mean, it's still pretty bad overall. But I'm just going to jump in and kind of do a whole bunch of levels. I'm not really, like, giving anything away because I'm never... I mean, other than that very first level, I'm probably not going to find, like, the perfect solution to any of these. So... And it's not like the way I did the first level is the only way to do the first level. So... So, down on the bottom left, which I'm using my Xbox 360 controller, so I'm just kind of moving my cursor down there. Down on the bottom left, it shows you how many zombies are left, and the chain is how many zombies you chain together in the last shot that you made. So, like, that one wasn't very good. Let's see. Let's try doing that. I don't know that I really like the zappers. I haven't really been able to make them work too well for me. So, let's go check out our upgrade screen. What do we want to upgrade? I don't actually know what that upgrades, but... I mean, I guess I could... Yeah, why don't I upgrade the zapper zombies some? Because I was just complaining about them. See if I can make them work for me a little more. Oh. I don't know if I did this level or not. Like I said, like when you unlock a level, there's typically 3 levels, depending on how well you do, that can unlock from that. And those levels all tend to be kind of variations on the same theme, which is fine. I think that's actually a decent way to do it. Oh, I didn't realize that would actually get those guys down there. If I'd known that, I don't think it would have been so, like, patient with waiting on when to do that. Okay, and that'll end that. That's fine. So one of the things you might notice is that the enemies do have different health bars, and that is actually, like, important. That does play an effect. So that was okay. Not the greatest, but let's go up here and do some of these. Ah, see, these guys are, like, more my style. There are definitely certain zombies that I like and certain ones that I don't like that much. But that, of course, all just comes down to personal preference. I've just found that I can kind of get the most done with like the bloaters and then just the regular civilians. I suppose I'll just do that. It doesn't give me too many, but kind of running out of options here. So that was pretty good though. I got a lot of them. Yeah, 81. But I mean, other than that, there's not like too much more to say. Let's go see what I can upgrade. Guess I'll upgrade these guys a little more. So it's kind of got like, what was that game? There's a puzzle game out recently, I believe it was called 10 Million. And that was like a match 3 puzzle game, and it's kind of got that effect to it. Where that had kind of the same system, basically, where you would go try the level, not do very well, and then, but you'd get money to buy upgrades and stuff, and then you'd try it again. See, I think I can do that one probably a little bit better. Oh, it looks like our barrels actually move around. That's interesting. Yeah, now we're talking. Yep, that was pretty good. Let's see if I can get that. So it's interesting. It does look like there's a little bit of like some random elements, and I think I can just win now. Yep. Cool. Nice. So that was another 100%ed level. Let's see. Yeah, I think I'll just play a few more. So you can see this is what I was talking about, like the variation on a theme. Wow, that sucks. I just completely missed with that shot entirely. Oh well. Suppose that's just kind of what happens, right? Okay. Let's do that. Unfortunately, I don't know like how much they're charging for the game. I think my guess would be like $5-ish, because I'm pretty sure that's about what it is on like the PlayStation Mobile thing. But don't take my word entirely for that. I will post a link to the Steam page, but because it is not out yet and you can't pre-order it, it doesn't have a price up yet. So you will just have to watch out for that. But that being said, I think it is a fun game. I'm enjoying it more than I thought I would, which sounds bad. I mean, it sounds a little bit like I went into it with the wrong attitude, but that's not it. It's just that I didn't know what to expect, really, given the game's title. But, you know, I've tried it out, and I'm liking it quite a bit. It's actually, like, a really competent puzzle game. And it's a game that I could see myself going back to, basically, and playing more. So, that wasn't bad. I got mostly everyone. Yeah, 92. So, maybe like 1 or 2 more levels. This will be kind of a short let's look at, but there isn't like a whole lot here once you get the basic premise. Should you buy this game? If you are into puzzle games, if you like kind of these chain reaction puzzle games, or you like puzzle games where you start out without being able to do much, and by playing more you unlock more and then can go back and redo stuff, which is, you know, that's kind of the big selling aspect of this one, is that at the beginning you're not going to get much done, because, you know, at the beginning you've only got 3 bullets, your bullets aren't very strong, besides the fact that you just don't really know what you're doing at the beginning, so you've got to kind of learn what each zombie does. But you know, if you like that style of puzzle game, I would say yes. I'm liking it so far. Quite a bit more than I thought I would. And I don't know like how this is going to come across just like watching it. But oh, that was bad. So like I said, zombies' health does matter, and I screwed up and shot one that I couldn't get in one shot. Man, yeah, this has been like awful. Can I make something happen here? No, not really. Well, that was awful, 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 awful. So I'll just try and do one more little run here, and then I think we will wrap this up. So yeah, like I said, I mean, if you're looking for a good kind of addictive puzzle game, this is a good one. I'm having a really good time with it. So it does get my recommendation. But it's also one of those games that like you can probably tell looking at it if you would like it or not. And you're probably right. Like I'd say go with kind of your gut feeling looking at this. So I'm going to go out, kind of go back to our upgrade screen one more time. Oh, there's actually another upgrade on top of all those. Interesting. So there, yeah, this actually has like a pretty deep kind of upgrade system. And okay, here's my guess here. I think each one of these over at this right edge here, I think each one is one ending to the game. So probably the one in the middle is probably like the ending that you want to get. But like I'll show you. So this level's called Get to the Chopper. Of course, good old little Arnold Schwarzenegger. Nice. Wow, I'm gonna get like everything in one shot. That was crazy. There's like almost nothing left. Boom. Oh, and then there's this guy. So that was how you get 100% on that. That was pretty cool. And then you get, so this is how the story's told out. It's got these cool little comic book cutscenes, and I don't think I'm giving away too much, because if I'm correct, like this is just one ending of many. So we see, you know, typical kind of, they all kind of play out like a typical zombie story. And I don't know if that's satirical or if that's just the nature of zombie stories, is that we've kind of seen it all before. But either way, the comic book kind of style of the storytelling looks really nice. I like it. I think it works well. That was the other thing I didn't mention too much, is just like visual stuff. So let me just go into a level, and like if I turn all this off, everything's just gray, which I like, but I find that this view is easier to see what you're looking at, and this view of course makes it even easier to see the health of everything, so you can get a good idea of what's going on. But I think like doing kind of the monotone grays for everything, I think it looks really nice. And again, it kind of gives it a unique look that sets it apart from not only other zombie games, but really just other games in general. I haven't seen much that looks like this. You know, I'm sure if I looked hard enough, I might see something, but you don't see a lot of games that come out with this kind of monotone, like everything is gray style. And I think the fact that the blood is red compared to everything else looks really nice, and it makes it kind of pop. So as you can see, like there's way more to this game even than what I've showed you. I don't know, I've probably gone through like 10, 12 levels maybe throughout this video. And you can also see like I've only gotten 100% on what, 1, 2, I think 3 levels, maybe 4. 3, yeah. So, you know, there's a lot to the game. But I think that is probably about all I really have to say about this one. So it does get my recommendation. I think if you are looking for a puzzle game and you've got a few bucks, whatever this ends up costing, I think that you should consider making a purchase for yourself, because I'm enjoying it a lot, and I think that you will probably enjoy it a lot as well. So, with that being said, as always, leave comments. If you guys decide to pick up the game, comment and let me know what you think about it. And let's see. Yeah, I think I'll leave that there. I think that's all I need to say. Subscribe to my channel to see more of my content. Sorry, every single day. And if you like the look at / kind of my first impressions of games videos, then please like this video, because it helps me out a lot and I appreciate everything that you can do to help. So with that being said, I thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.